everyone, how are we all? Paul79 here, hope you're safe and well. Hope you've all had good weeks. I haven't done a video for a couple of weeks. I've been quite busy, and to be honest with you, I haven't really had much to report. Nothing concrete. But, you know, I do enjoy making them, and people are asking me, you know, Paul, when's the next video coming out? Blah, blah, blah. Well, 2 people did. But I just thought, why not? I've had a busy couple of weeks, a very stressful weekend last weekend was stressful, but also really good. But what happened Thursday night? The internet went down. Oh my God. So I was watching the football Thursday night, and yeah, it suddenly just froze. And I was just like, oh no. So I've got Sky. I was just like, oh, what am I going to do? And I booked the Friday off because I wanted to just catch up on stuff, because a lot been going on. I thought, oh, maybe it's just sort of like an area-wide thing. So next day, Friday, still not working. And you know, I'm quite handy. I like trying and fix these things. So I thought it might be the router. So on my day off Friday, whizzed up to Argos, bought a router, 40 quid. Tried to swap it out, no difference. Turns out, you know, you can't just do that. You still need like the Sky or the BT router to make it work. And then if you buy a router, actually, so there's a bit of advice for everyone. You buy a router from like Argos, you open it, you can't take it back, because chances are you'll sort of like start setting it up and you put count details and things like that. So it's to protect you as well as them. So yeah, there you go. That's something to bear in mind. So basically, I've got 2 teenage girls for the whole weekend with no internet, and oh my God, was it stressful. In the end, I found a solution by buying one of those. It was like an EE sort of like travel thing that come with data, and I managed to rig that up and then use it, and then all the girls could connect via the Wi-Fi. So we got it sorted. So Saturday, went to see my mum. So that was fireworks night. So I went to see my mum in the afternoon. Hello, mum. How you doing? And then we went out in the evening for fireworks with our good friends Bridget and Aidan. Hello guys, lovely to see you. And their daughters Abigail and Amber. Yeah, so we went out, and then they come back to ours for a couple of lemonades, so that was really nice, and some nice Doritos. And then Sunday went to rugby, Twickenham, England, Argentina. A very good friend of mine, and I absolutely love him, Chris at work, Chrissy. He treated me to the rugby, and I get on so well with him. I really like him, and we have such a laugh. And we haven't had a beer for ages. I've known him like 10 years, I say. Worked with him for about 3. And he was just like, mate, do you want to come watch rugby? We were like 3 of my mates, and it was just like brilliant. So it's a bit of a mission to get to Twickenham, but yeah, we got there and met his mates. So big shout out to Matt, Mark, Ed, Loza, and of course Chris. And yeah, we had a really good day. It was a bit wet, but we avoided it. But yeah, it was such a good laugh. And unfortunately, England lost to Argentina, but by a point. But oh yeah, going to Twickenham, that was something else. I really enjoyed it. It was just amazing. So, but yeah, and yeah, work's been busy, and unfortunately, another thing to report: my my UC, ulcerative colitis, has really sort of flared up. It sort of started after I got over COVID, really, so maybe that was the thing. But yeah, it was quite bad, and I was really worried about the rugby, to be fair. But it behaved itself for that day. But yeah, I've managed to go back on the steroids, so they're going to be sorting me out, hopefully. Well, it started already, so that's all good. I've had a bit of a nightmare with my exhaust. So on the white car, It started making this sort of like tinny rattling sound probably about a month ago, and I'm like, oh god, what's that? What's come loose now? And a couple of weekends ago I jacked it up, listened to it, and it seemed like it'd be coming from one of the silencers. And I've had these modified by the guys in Belgium, and they're fair play to them. They were like, you know, okay, send it back to us, we'll sort it out, don't you worry, free of charge, which is great. But I'm just like thinking, well, okay, that's actually quite difficult for me, because on the white car, it's out the front, I haven't got a garage to put it in, so just take, and it's my main car, I need it for work. So taking, you know, exhaust off and sending it out is not an easy thing. I haven't got a garage to put it in either, and you know, I'd have to jack it up on jack stands. But long story short, I was thinking, this car here, why don't I just take the exhaust off that and put it on the white car temporarily until I need it and get it fixed. So I rang up the boys, my guys, Terry, Colin and Tom, and you know, telling them what I was going to do, and they were like, oh, you've got to be a bit careful, because this is a 3.4S, the one out the front, the white one's a 2.7, they might not fit. They've seen, you know, people buy second-hand exhausts and then trying to fit them, and they don't fit onto the cats. It's not the right angle. So I was like, right, okay. So today, what I did, so this week I took the exhaust off this one. It was very easy because I got the ramp, so just lift it up. And that wasn't too bad, but I'm just like, oh god, I've just spent ages putting this on and it's all black, and now I'm sort of scratching it a bit. Anyway, took it off, and then today I took one of the wheels off the white one to have a look at the angle, because that's the problem. It's the angle of the flange where it joins to the cats, right? They can be different. Anyway, took it off, took the wheel off, had a look, looked exactly the same, so that's good. Then I thought, well, as I've got the jack out and I've jacked the car up, why not just sort of try and have a go myself? But oh my god, those bolts are so rusty, I couldn't get it apart. So I didn't try that hard, to be fair, but you know, I'm just like, it's so difficult when you're working on a car just with axle stands. In the end I was like, right, okay, it's gonna work, I'll get the boys to do it, right? So then I thought, well, as I've got the wheels, so I jacked the rear of the car up, both on axle stands, both wheels off. I thought, well, while I'm in the arches, Phil, or Grant, or you know, I thought I'd give it a bit of a clean, because it was filthy inside there, because you know, yeah, I mean, I use that car every day in all seasons, so I thought I'll clean the arches, and because the wheels are off, I'll give the wheels a good clean on the insides and all of that. And then I thought, well, I've got the jet wash out, so I might as well just wash the whole bloody car. So yeah, that's sort of what I've done today. I've just washed the white one, and to be fair, I don't wash it that often. The last time I washed it was probably August, September, so, and it wasn't that dirty, but yeah, it was nice. It's nice to have it all nice and clean. So yeah, so that was the whole thing about the exhaust. Obviously it's yes, and then the annoying thing is once I've washed it all and I take it out, because all the brake discs get all like rusty because of the water, take it out for a spin, it's not making that noise anymore, the exhaust. So it's like, I don't know what to do, so I don't know now. I'm not going to put it back on this one just yet, because I've taken it off now. I might take the cats off this and send it to the boys in Belgium, and they can convert them into sports cats, so it's just a bit louder. So I might just do that anyway while it's off, and just see how it goes with the white one. Oh, I'm getting tired now. Right, I'm gonna have a break. So another thing I've been up to is when I went over to see my mum on bonfire night, she I did a few jobs for her, which is fine. Put up a toilet roll holder for her. I'm trying to think what else I did. Anyway, don't matter. Anyway, she goes, my mum loves cuckoo clocks. Hello, mum. And she's got about 4 in her house. Anyway, a couple of them have stopped working. Now, she inquired about trying to get it fixed, etc, etc. But having seen the video on that clock that I made, she just wanted me to convert them to digital, right, convert them to electric. So she asked if I could do it, and I was like, yeah, I can do that. So that's what I've been doing. So she's given me 2 cuckoo clocks. Here's one of them, and all I've done is taken the insides out, and I'm just going to stick in, you know, the same sort of thing I did on that. So I've been doing a bit of horology, which I think is the right word for sort of mending clocks. Yeah, she inquired about trying to get it fixed properly. It was kind of like 300 quid, and it's like, that's just too much money. All she wants is it to tell the time. Obviously, it's not going to cuckoo anymore, but for those of you who care, in terms of actually how the cuckoo makes a noise, these sort of things are installed on the inside of them, these things. And what happens with the mechanism is it all goes round and there's all levers and wires and all that, but that's how you get the noise. Yeah, it's like this little airbag that sort of plays it through a whistle. So what will happen is when it's going round, it'll do that. So I just thought that was really interesting because I like that sort of stuff. And yeah, I've got to mend loads of clocks at the moment. So the BMW, my beautiful wife, beautiful amazing wife, she's got these clocks that she really loves, but they've stopped working. So again, I've just got to swap this out. So very much is a repair shop at the moment. No wonder I'm not getting time to go on the car. But there you go. That's the way things are. Another shout out to mate Adam. He came round yesterday and he had borrowed a brand new 911 992 GTS in Viper Green. Oh, it was amazing. Oh my God, how fast is that? Too fast for me. I had to tell him to slow down. I just, you know, my bottom was going. Obviously my bottom's in trouble these days anyway, but oh, it was so fast. Luckily it was dry, but yeah, thanks Adam, it was lovely to see that, and thanks for bringing it round. And today, probably the nicest thing I can report is our neighbours, Joe and Jodie, and their lovely little boy Paxton, found out today that Paxton likes watching my videos, and he loves it when I do the hands. So I thought, got to give them a shout out because they're lovely friends of ours, they're great neighbours, etc, etc. So here, this one's for you. Hello Paxton, how are you? And Joe and Jodie, how are you all? Paul79 here. Paxton doesn't like the car stuff, he just likes the chatty stuff at the start, but fair enough, that's what most people like anyway. But Paxton very accurately pointed out there was always a glass of wine or a can of beer in the videos. So for you, Paxton, and I'm sure you've already spotted it now, I got both today. That's empty. That was finished a while ago. But yeah, lovely to see you guys, and thanks very much for the nice feedback, etc, etc. So are we going to do any car stuff? Well, we are. But there's no sort of there isn't going to be any how-to sort of videos or anything. This is more a sort of just a chat about what I'm planning to do and sort of the things I've been thinking about in the last couple of weeks. I've been focusing on the interior. You know, I've done those C-pillars, so they're both done. They're not covered or anything, but you know, they're in theory ready to go in. And then I wanted to start on sort of like the parcel shelf. But then I sort of started looking at the roll cage and stuff like that and other ideas. So that's what I'm going to sort of show you in next in terms of what I'm thinking about doing next. So I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Right, so I thought I'd better show you this. So this is another cuckoo clock that I mended for my mum. And basically it's now gone electric. So it's a Tesla cuckoo clock, but yeah, I sort of fixed it all up, replaced all that, so now it tells the time. All of this is now just for show. This just hangs here. You can stand there and make it tick if you want, and then you know, these are just in there like that. Another thing that I forgot to mention is people keep coming around the around the man cave and ask me, and they always say, what colour are you going to do it? So I say I'm going to do it Miami blue. So basically, and they don't really know, but yeah, I found these pictures on the internet. So this is, I laminated these because I bought a laminator a while ago, so I've got to use it. And yeah, that's what it's going to look like. So that's sort of that colour scheme, black wheels, yellow calipers. I'll obviously have the writing down the side there. And yeah. And then another thing that I've been talking about for ages is my heating solution, because it's getting a bit chillier now. So yeah, I've got some nice heaters installed up the top there. Don't worry, I checked. You can mount them on wood, and because that's what I was worried about. But yeah, they're good. So I've got one there, and then I've got one up here. Don't worry, when I have it on, I will clear that shelf, and I've sort of redesigned this a bit as well. As a result of that. So what I've been doing, so what I've done is, when I was doing those C-pillars, I felt that the Boxster roll cage was getting in the way, right? And I was worried about damaging it anyway. So what I did is I wrapped it up with like bubble wrap around the edges to stop banging it. And then I thought, why not just take the thing out? Because it'll be a lot easier, not permanently, it'll be a lot easier for when I'm sort of focusing on doing the roof lining and stuff like that, because it does get in the way. It's quite restricted. Oh, that's my BMW. Hang on. Right, I'm back. Everything's all cool with the BMW, so that's nice. But yeah, so I was talking about the roll cage. So basically, I just removed it because it was getting in the way of a lot of things. And, you know, obviously I'm not going to drive the car until it's finished properly, so I'll put it in back at the end. And it made me think, oh, I'll remove the roll cage, and maybe I can get it sprayed, you know, a colour while it's out the car. But what you can see here is, you know, you get a good sense of what the kit's like and sort of how it all fits. But then, of course, I got sort of thinking about the roll cage and that. So I inquired about this right at the start of the build. I wanted to really, on this one, put a proper roll cage in, you know, where it went in the attached to the suspension struts. And I found a company in England, and I've ordered one. Well, no, I inquired about it, and they make a sort of an off-the-shelf one for a Cayman. Now, a Cayman and a Boxster are very similar cars. Sort of all of this area is the same. So the suspension mounts are in the same position, and they've got one. They've built one and designed one that will just literally mount to the standard mounting points. So I'm taking a bit of a gamble because it should work. You know, in theory, this roof is a lot higher than the Cayman one, so it should all be good. But yeah, what I'm going to do is, so here, this is where the original Boxster one mounts. You've got two bolts there, and then the Boxster one also mounts there. So it's sort of like it's a hoop like that, and then it's got like the rings, and it's got this other bar. It's actually quite annoying, the Boxster roll cage for these sort of kits, because this bar that goes across there really sort of gets in the way of things, like when you're trying to sort of get to the engine now. Obviously, that's not their fault, because they've designed it for a car with a convertible roof and not a hardtop. But what I'm going to now have is just basically a roll cage that with one loop that goes like that, and then a crisscross that attaches to the suspension points. So, you know, and then I'll have all this area here free to get in here. So that's what I'm planning to do. So, of course, because I'm doing this roll cage project now, I can't do the parcel shelf yet, because I need to get the roll cage in to see and sort of like make sort of like the covers and the surrounds to fit round the bars. But I'm really excited about that. What I'm going to do is also take off this mechanism here, which is the old roof mechanism. Other things I'm sort of thinking about, and because I've taken the Boxster roll cage out, I've got a lot of room here, right? And actually on a Cayman, right, this area here it's all sort of flush to the edge here. These are actually cubby boxes, right? But so I thought about, you know, maybe, you know, building sort of something out of like plastic or MDF or something to sort of make this all look nice, and having my own cubby holes. But then I had another idea, because I'm from Essex. I thought maybe I could put some 6x9 speakers in there and have a little box, or some bass speakers, because this car doesn't have the Bose. But anyway, I'm quite excited, because this is the sort of stuff that I really love doing. It's sort of just thinking up ideas and making them, you know, and just coming up with things. I mean, you can see how this how the kit is here. And what I'm thinking of doing is basically making some sort of wooden structure that all sort of ties it in, and you know, I will fill this area with expanding foam. I'm probably going to take this stuff out because it's just not needed and it's extra weight that we don't need. But yeah, so like I said, this video wasn't really about anything I've done, it's more about what I'm thinking about doing. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. While we're here, what we've got here, I bought a headlining from a Cayman, thinking it might work. I'm not too sure whether it will, because it's not actually big enough. I mean, what I was after something stiff that I could mount inside here, as opposed to just sticking the carpet on. But it's not actually as big as I thought it would be. But I might still try and make it work, because I can't really send it back. So I might sort of just cut out this section, and that will fit in there, and do something like that. What I'm thinking about also is across the back of the windscreen is maybe having a fourth brake light, you know, that goes all the way across like that, a bit like the Bentley Continental, which could sort of work, you know, and I basically make the roof in sections. But anyway, again, all this sort of stuff I love doing. So you can see here, this is what it looks like from this sort of angle. You can see how, like, it's great engineering by Porsche. You know, you can see like the tub, and then the engine is mounted in there, and you've got that space there, obviously designed for the box to roof. But yeah, it's quite, I've got a lot to play with, so I'm really looking forward to it. And that's about it really for today. The roll cage is ordered. I'm hoping it comes in 2 pieces. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to be a bit creative. I've taken this door off anyway, because it was just easier for me. But yeah, yeah. So stay tuned, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye. So there you go. So a very chatty video this week, and I'm sorry there isn't really much you can take away from it apart from me rabbiting on. But yeah, you can see I'm thinking ahead and planning sort of what I want to do, and trying to be organised, etc, etc. So yeah, I'm off for. I've ordered me Indian takeaway now. Gonna have a risala. Oh, love that. And then I'm gonna have a chilled out day tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but yeah, just got to take it easy a bit. Got a busy week at work, or busy next couple of weeks at work as well. So yeah, see you later, guys. Take care. Bye bye.